Hello, this is Lama from LK TOEFL. In today's video, we are going to start talking about the reading section, which is the first section of the TOEFL IBT test as we mentioned in the previous video. You will have 30 to 40 questions in this section. In the reading part, you will have 10 types of questions, and they are factual information questions, negative factual information questions, inference questions, rhetorical purpose question, vocabulary questions, reference questions, simplification questions, insert a text question, and at last summary or table question. In this video, we will talk about the first two types of this set, which are factual information question and negative factual information question. Those two types of questions are the most frequent questions you will see in the passages. In the older version of the test, you will see 4 to 5 questions of these two types. At first, we will start talking about the factual information question. If you want to identify this question, it's probably going to start with according to the paragraph X, followed by WH question. The answer for this question is easy to find. You don't have to dive into details. Sometimes searching for keywords helps us in finding the answer, but it's not necessary that when you find the keyword, then it's the right answer. You will find the answer within 2 to 3 lines of the paragraph. Usually, this question asks you about definitions, details, and main ideas of the paragraph. Now, let's see an example of this type of question. Now, let's read the question. According to paragraph 2, sculptors in the Italian Renaissance stopped using cannonballs and bronze statues of horses because. Let's see what words we can define or highlight as keywords to help us find the answer. There are 2 things I need to mention about keywords before we start. The first one is that it is better actually to define more than one keyword in order to be more specific and in order to help us more in finding the answer. And the second one is that some people might ask, like, how can I know is that this word is a keyword? Keywords are probably the strange words in the question. For example, in this question, the word or the phrase cannonballs is strange. It does not seem familiar, so that's why I chose this one as a keyword. Also, a keyword could be the word which indicates a transition from a state to a state. For example, in this question, the verb stopped is an indication or indicates that there was something happening and then it stopped. So there was a transition from a state to a state. And that's why I chose it also as a keyword to help me find the answer. So the keywords for this question, stopped and cannonballs. Now we move to the paragraph. We skim the paragraph and we see the word cannonballs in 2 sentences. And we see also the word disappeared in 1 sentence. We see the phrase cannonballs here and here. But as we said before, it's not necessary that any sentence which includes a keyword then it has our right answer. We ask ourselves when we skim the first sentence, does it explain why they stopped using cannonballs? We read it and we discover that no, it does not. It does not actually explain the main usage of the cannonballs. So here comes the importance of actually defining 2 keywords in order to be more specific. Now we move to the second sentence, which has the word cannonball and also it has the word disappeared, which could be like a synonym to the verb stopped actually. Like it also indicates a transition from a state of presence to the state of disappearing, So let's skim the second sentence. We see that the main idea of the second sentence is that strengthening the statues internally, and so that's why they stopped using cannonballs, because like sculptors knew how to strengthen the statues internally using iron braces. So when we read the choices, we see that the second choice, which is they found a way to strengthen the statues internally, actually has our answer. When we look at the other choices, we see that one of them actually, like the third one, it's already not mentioned in the paragraph, and the first and the fourth one don't relate to our paragraph. Now we are moving to negative factual information question. This one goes along with most details of the previous type, but here probably your answer is going to be scattered in half of the paragraph or maybe less. What I mean is that your answer either will be within 2 to 3 lines or maybe it would be in half of the paragraph. Furthermore, here they are asking you to choose the wrong answer. So you have 3 right choices and 1 wrong choice which you have to choose. As we said, here they are asking you probably about main details and main ideas and definitions. And also, although your answer could be scattered in half of the paragraph, but it's going to be explicit and clear. You don't have to dive into details. And the most important thing here is that you have to recognize this type of questions because you have to choose the wrong answer, not the right one. This question starts with the word or the phrase according to, followed by the word except or not, written in block letters. It's very important to pay attention to them so you know you choose the wrong answer or the wrong choice, sorry. Defining a keyword for this question does not help that much, so we don't define keywords or highlight any keyword. Now let's take an example. According to paragraph 1, all of the following were true of American art in the late 18th century and early 19th century except. American art here is not a keyword. Actually, I highlighted this one just to remind you that we have to keep in our minds that we are talking about American art features. We read the choices and try our best to remember them when we read the paragraph. We read the paragraph and we see that our answer actually is scattered through all of the paragraph. When we read useful occupations in the second line, we know that the first choice is right because it has the same meaning. When we read European art was better than American art, that means that we can eliminate the third choice because it's true and it's mentioned in the paragraph. When we read that reproduce European art, we know that the second choice is right. We are only left with the fourth choice, which has been not mentioned in the paragraph, and we see that the meaning of the paragraph is the other way around. And we are done for today's video. We have talked about negative factual information and factual information question. For further information and strategies in the reading section or any other section, you can contact me on my email or Facebook account. The link to my Facebook account and my email address actually in the description box. And I'm waiting for your feedback in the comments. Thank you and see you in my next video.